Hi guys, my name is Star, and today I will be talking about my experience with anxiety. So for those of you guys who may not know, my name is Star and I have generalized anxiety disorder, which means I'm afraid of everything and I get anxious over the most stupid shit ever. Like, it's unbelievably easy for me to get very, very anxious. I know it doesn't seem like I am an anxious person, but I actually am. Excuse me. But I'll tell you what my anxiety does to me and everything I experience with my anxiety and all that. Much like how my depression started, my anxiety started at a much earlier age than most people develop anxiety because, well, my family has really bad genetics, first of all. And second of all, anxiety does run in my family, and so does depression. So that might be why I had such an early onset of symptoms. But I remember one of the earliest memories I remember having is having panic attacks when I was a kid. And it got worse and worse as I've gotten older. Now my anxiety has gotten so bad, especially with what's going on in the world right now. Roe v. Wade and the government sucking ass. My anxiety just like went from 80 to 10,000 real quick in the last 4 years. Actually, for 2022, 2 years. Sorry, I forgot what year it was for a second. And for me, the symptoms of my anxiety are tics, which are involuntary movements and noises I make. You may have seen me tick in a couple of my videos. And if anybody comments my eyes moving as a tick, that is not a tick. I have nystagmus. I'll do a video explaining my vision impairments, but I feel way more ashamed of those because being blind is actually one of the least common disabilities, and it's the most misunderstood disability because not everyone who's blind sees nothing. Some of us can see lights, shapes, colors, and some of us are even able to read just with slightly larger print than everyone else, like larger fonts than everyone else. But I think part of my anxiety does have to do with my vision impairment because every time I'm at like a street or on a sidewalk, I have intrusive thoughts of like, what if someone could attack me right here and like potentially kill me or rape me or something even worse than those two situations? Or like, what if this person decided to commit a hate crime on me because I'm queer or disabled? Because yes, I am also fruity as fuck. You can see the pride flags in the background. I am pansexual and non-binary, so not only am I disabled and I know I'm an easy target because of my disabilities, I am also an easy target because I'm gay and trans as well. So that is a really dangerous combo to live life with. My anxiety, I think it started at a much earlier age because I do have some medical related trauma. A lot of disabled people do have medical trauma. In my case, like, I didn't understand what I experienced was medical trauma until I got older. And no, mom and dad, if you're watching this, no, I did not Google anything. I am looking you in the eye right now, and why is my left eye going that way and this one going straight ahead. I don't know. I just now noticed that. Mom, Dad, I did not Google any of this shit. I figured it out on my own. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I put 2 and 2 together. Kind of like Legos, except Trauma Edition. Trauma instead of Legos. I put 2 and 2 together and I figured it out. One of the first medical trauma memories I have is one time I think I got sedated and I went into an MRI because I think I had pneumonia. Oh my fucking god, I cannot talk today. Wow. I think I had pneumonia or some sort of lung infection. Like, I'm pretty sure it was one that is common in kids, especially kids that like have other medical problems. But it wasn't deadly or anything, so my lungs are fine now. The reason why you'll randomly hear me take really deep breaths all of a sudden in my videos, you guys may have noticed that, but that's actually a tic I have. I'll hold my breath as a tic, and then I will have to breathe a lot more air than the average person because my tics make me hold my breath in. I do not know why. But luckily, none of my breath holding tics have caused me to pass out or anything, which is good. Sometimes I have to remind myself to, like, not have the tic and actually breathe properly, but of course you can't really control tics. But when I was like 8, not 8, I think I was 8 to 10 years old, I think, is when I started noticing that whenever I was anxious or overly happy or any emotion that could cause a really fast heartbeat, really, I would have an involuntary movement or involuntary vocal sounds. Now, my tics started off really, really subtle. It was like things that you wouldn't really think is out of the ordinary for an average person, like leg shaking or chewing on pencils or like scratching your head. It didn't, like, I thought everybody did this involuntarily because I've seen people do it, but as I've gone older, I realized people do these things on purpose, but some people don't, and I'm one of those people who don't do it on purpose. My tics got worse. The worse my anxiety got, the worse my tics got, because, like, as I've gotten older, my tics have gotten progressively worse because of my anxiety getting progressively worse. And when I was like 16, when I started understanding how fucked up America was politically, that is when I started experiencing what a lot of people call tic attacks. I would suppress my tics all day because I was afraid that people would think I'm mocking people with Tourette's, which I'm not meaning to tic. I would, like, suppress them all day, and then by the time I got home and went to my room, I would have such bad tic attacks I would cause physical bodily harm to myself. Like, I have a couple scars on my neck from some of my tic attacks. On my chest, I have a couple scars. You might be able to see this one right here, and a little bit right here as well. Like, on my chest, I have a lot of scars. On my neck, I have a lot of scars from my tics. And I also hit myself as a tic, and it really catches me off guard every time that happens. Like, I could literally be doing something normal, and then all of a sudden I bitch slap myself across the face, and I have no idea why. The way a anxiety tic works is different from a Tourette's tic. A Tourette's tic is mainly neurological, so it can happen with any emotion. People with Tourette's will often tell you that their tics are triggered by very strong emotions, but also certain food and drink can also trigger tics. Mine kind of do work in the same way, except with my autism combined with my anxiety, my tics come out when I'm overly excited or anxious, and those are the only two emotions that trigger my tics, is excitement slash happiness, and anger slash anxiety. Most people with anxiety don't have anger as a core symptom of their anxiety, but I do. I kind of got this from my dad's side of the family, because let's be real, my dad also reacts angrily when he gets scared too, so that's probably where I got it from. Thanks, Dad. I came out of your balls for this, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But seriously, anxiety runs in both sides of my family. I think it's mainly my dad's side, because my dad's family is larger than my mom's family. I think that's why it was more likely inherited from my dad's side, because I have a lot of physical... Sorry, it stopped recording. But I have a lot of similar physical features that my dad has. Like, I have a similar forehead, somewhat curly hair. You guys may not be able to see it that well, but there is some curl. It's mainly in the back of my head that I have curly hair. Oh yeah, this one's a bit curly. I want to get my hair permanently curled when it's long enough, because I like curly hair. I want to be able to look cool with curly hair, because I feel like my hair's not meant to be straight. I don't know why. But my family also has a history of like OCD and stuff, which can cause people to have anxiety. I don't think I have OCD, to be honest. I feel like I don't meet enough of the criteria. I don't know, but I do have like obsessive like tendencies caused by my anxiety. Like, I can't leave the house unless my whole face is covered in makeup, because I feel like people will stare at one particular, even the most mild flaw on my face, like bags under my eyes. A lot of people have bags under their eyes, and nobody really cares. Nobody really judges each other, because a lot of people get bags under their eyes as they get older. But I had bags under my eyes at a really young age, because malnutrition from a developmental disability. It's a mixture of a developmental disability and eating disorder, and also obsessive compulsive disorder called ARFID, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. It can cause someone to look younger than their actual age, and also sound younger. Like, I'm actually 20 years old. I sound and look 16, though. But the only thing that people probably could tell that, like, yeah, this person's 20 years old, is the bags under my eyes. They're not noticeable when I wear makeup. And I wear makeup every single day. That was a fucking car driving by my house. Sorry. Why do I always get distracted by cars and trucks and shit like that? But like, to everyone, bags under the eyes aren't that big of a deal. But for someone like me with severe anxiety, I can't leave the house if I know someone's going to see the bags under my eyes. Because I have a irrational fear that someone might think I'm in my 40s or 50s. Because of my white hair and also bags under my eyes. And I've been called a grandma before as an insult because of my albinism. And I'm like, dude, if I could, I would have normal hair. But I can't. The most I could do is dye it. So that way I feel less insecure about it. And right now, my hair is kind of blue. It's almost completely faded. It's kind of greenish in the back. It's kind of like a greenish blue in the back of my head. But yeah, anxiety, gotta love it. One of the worst panic attacks I remember having was when I was like 19 years old, 18 or 19, and I found out a friend of mine died. And I remember I had 6 panic attacks in one day. I wish I was like making that up. I really wish I was making that up. But I did have 6 panic attacks in one day. And the 6th one was so bad to where like every muscle in my body squeezed itself. My mom had something similar happen to her too. And like every single muscle in my body squeezed. It felt like my body was trying to like rip out its own internal organs. And I ended up projectile vomiting, luckily in the toilet. And I was like laying on the bathroom floor after that happened. I kind of have a messed up sense of humor, which is why I laugh at things I shouldn't. And my dad walks in. His reaction was a little funny. Looking back, it was funny. He like looked at me. He's like, "You good, Star?" And I'm like, I was just like laying on the floor, kind of hyperventilating, and I just gave a thumbs up, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I think he could tell there was something wrong, but like I guess he didn't really want to like what's the word? Intrude and like not intrude, fuck. Invade my privacy, so like he kind of like walked away awkwardly. He was like, "Okay, whatever." And he was like, "Well, I'm glad you made it to the toilet at least." And I'm like, "Thanks, Dad." Yeah, sorry, I had to move something. But yeah, my anxiety has made me vomit multiple times as well. And vomiting is a symptom of anxiety, and I get nauseous when I'm anxious. And it happens a lot. That's why my teeth are always yellow. No matter how many times I try to brush it, my teeth are always yellow because of my anxiety causing me to vomit when I'm anxious, because I get nauseous. And then my body tenses up and forces me to throw up. And I'm like, I don't want to do that shit. I actually hate throwing up. I hate the sight of vomit, the sound of vomit, the like sight of vomit. Like, I hate everything about it. If I could, I would get rid of it. But anxiety makes me vomit, okay? A lot of autistic people actually do have this happen to them, because a lot of autistic people's bodies will not be able to handle their emotions very well. So that's why I vomit a lot when I'm anxious. Sometimes several times a day on a bad day. On a good day, it's only like once or twice. Yeah. My anxiety's that bad, and it's gotten worse throughout the years. I think part of my anxiety getting progressively worse is like also part of my psychosis, because psychosis typically worsens in your 20s. And then it starts like calming down by the time you reach your mid-20s. That's what I read online. I could be wrong though, but then again, I did read it on the CDC, so it's probably more than likely not wrong. But yeah, that's my experience with anxiety. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!